Hello guys, this is FK. So today I'm going to be talking about focus. I'm going to be talking about focus. And sorry, my notes are not so organized, so just bear with me. So focus is something I've struggled a lot with. I don't know if anybody is listening and has also had the same kind of issue. Struggle with focus a lot. You know that thing that happens where you are reading a book and you've read it for like you've read 5 lines, but you didn't remind yourself to understand. You were just reading, and you just get to the fifth line and be like, oh no, I don't think I understood anything that happened like 5 minutes ago. So I often have that issue sometimes when I'm coding. Before you know it, a YouTube video will be by the side, and I'll get distracted, and before you know it, I'm already watching that video for like 5 minutes. Or sometimes, or even good distractions. Maybe I'm watching a video to actually get a particular concept, but I'm also trying to also organize my notes on one side, and before you know it, I've even missed a lot of important points in the video. So I've tried to hack my focus a lot. If you look at one video I did previously in this channel last year, I talked about how distractions, I've been able to fight distractions working remotely. And one of the things I mentioned was, taking my phone, put my phone away, not making the phone available, so that that muscle memory I've developed to be doing like this. I am picking the phone, so I push that out, and and also using something like the Pomodoro timer to gamify my focus. If I have a block of 2 hours to work, I use the Pomodoro timer. Pomodoro splits it into 25 minutes with 5 minutes breaks. So after every 25 minutes, you have a 5 minutes break. After every 25 minutes, you have a 5 minutes break. So I've been using the Pomodoro timer plugin on my Chrome, which has been helping a lot. And I've been able to achieve a lot with that so far. But one thing I've realized recently is that I might have to stop multitasking. Yeah. Might have to stop multitasking in order to get the best out of what I'm doing at the moment, the main work I'm doing at the moment. You see, we've always, and myself, I'm also guilty of this, we've always seen multitasking as a form of intelligence, which can be correct. I'm not disputing that fact, but I feel that it divides your attention, and before you know it, you're not actually getting 100% from everything you're doing. You just shifting, context switching between different things you're doing, and at the end of the day, you can't really pay enough attention to do each one of them in a superb way. Now, some people might say, "Oh no, I've been multitasking for a lot of years and I've been getting things done." Fine, yeah, definitely, getting it done, it's okay. But if you're watching a video, let's say you're watching a video to learn a React concept, and at the same time you're trying to send an email, I don't think you're going to be able to capture everything, every single detail of what happens, of what is said in that video, and you're going to miss some things out. Now, it doesn't mean that you will not catch some things. You tell yourself, yeah, I'm following, yeah, my brain, I'm listening and everything. But most of the time, you will not be able to catch everything that you need to catch. You'll miss out some few details, and that might be the difference between where you are and where you want to be. So these days, what thing I've done is to focus on one thing at a time. Yeah, I'm doing less of multitasking these days. If I'm coding, I am only coding. If I'm using my Pomodoro timer to code for a block of 25 minutes, I am just coding. I'm not using that same time to listen to a podcast. I still do that though. I'm not using that same time to listen to a podcast in the background. Like, if I need to be focused and that 25 minutes, I need to achieve 25 minutes worth of work. No, I'm not going to listen to a podcast in the background. Now, if I'm just studying, if I'm just coding for leisure, then definitely I will have like Ali Abdal, or I will have like Colin Asimer, or any or maybe Primegen or Theo in the background just talking. But when I know that block of time, I have to make sure that every minute of it counts. Nothing. I just code. The highest I can do is put a lo-fi music in the background. If I'm reading, I am just reading. If I'm reading, I'm just reading. I started this book yesterday, .com Secrets, because I'm trying to learn more about sales and marketing and stuff. And the time I was able to spend on this book using that same method, I spent like 2 hours on it yesterday, and I was making notes in Notion. And I was not trying to do something else. I was not trying to send an email by the side. I was not trying to follow up with a program that's going on by the side. I was not trying to maybe watch Arsenal's match by the side. I just focused on that one thing, and I was able to get a whole lot of stuff out of it. I was able to get my money's worth from this book because I am giving it full concentration. So I I don't know if you have also struggled with focus when you're working on tasks, when you're doing things. If so, if you have struggled when you're reading, struggled when you're coding, you keep shifting off, you keep drifting off, and all those things. Try doing one thing at a time. Yeah, try doing one task at a time. If you want to send an email, just face that email, send it. Face that email, send it. I used to have this book. There was one strategy I was using one time. I used to have this book called My Distraction Journal. I think I learned it from Thomas Frank. You can check out Thomas Frank. He's a productivity expert. He's an OG productivity guy. He says that when he's concentrating on one thing, if he remembers something that he needs to do, but he knows that he will forget to do it if he continues doing what he's doing, he'll just pick his distraction journal and just write here, check Google I/O date. He'll just write it, put it by the side. If he continues what he's doing, if he remembers, he needs to call his mother, he'll write call mom. So that by the time he's done, he'll just go to that distraction journal and just go and do everything in that log. Yeah, everything in that pending log, he will go and clear everything, just to make sure that he keeps his focus. But a lot of us, you're walking, you remember you have to call your mom. If I don't call her now, I don't call her. Oh, I need to check the scores of the NBA game that I'm following, which is something I do a lot. You just drift there and go and check. How do potatoes grow? Quick Google search. All those shifty distractions. So all those things take you away from what you're doing, and before you know it, you're not getting the worth of every single minute that you're spending on that thing you're doing. So whether it's a simple task you need to do or a big task, a task that is going to take a while, I would employ you, if you are struggling with focus, to try this method. Multitasking is overrated. Don't multitask yourself out of the benefits of all the time that you have spent on a particular task, because you might tell yourself you are spending 4 hours or 2 hours on a particular task, but if they actually gather all the work you did at the end of the day, it's just 30 minutes work because you kept distracting yourself with one thing or the other. So that's what I have to share with you guys this week. I hope it's useful to someone out there. Till I see you in another video, I remain your bro in tech, FK.